Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we are gonna program a program that finds the second largest element in an array where elements are entered by the user. Now you could skip to my previous video in order to know how do we find the largest element in an array where the elements are entered by the user. Now let's get started with the program. We are gonna program this program in the C++ language. So as you can see, I have included some header files, hash include IOStream, and I have used the namespace standard library using namespace standard. I have defined my main function int main, and let's get started right into it. Now firstly, we will define the integers that are needed. So int I will be for initializing for loops. N will be the number of elements in the array that the user wants. Then we'll have second largest as an value. Cool. So it seems nice. For now, we will have to display a prompt for the user in order to take input from the user for the number of elements in the array. So we will write a cout statement. So cout extraction operator. Please enter the number of the elements in your array. Cin. We'll store this value in n. Okay, so now we have taken the number of elements in the user's array. Now we will initialize a for loop in order to take singular elements from the singular elements and define it in the array's indexes. For I equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, cout ar, okay, I'm sorry, ar I okay ar I equals cin insertion operator ar I yeah, so we are done. Okay, we didn't define the array, and that's why we would like to go back and add an array of 100 size. Now size 100 means that the array runs from index 0 until the index of 99. Now we have taken every element of the array from the user. Now we would initialize a for loop in order to find the second largest element. For this, we will have to assign the second largest element to the first index in the array, or to the 0th index in the array, or the first element in the array. So we have assigned that here. Second largest is done, and then what we do is we initialize a for loop for I equals to 0. I is less than n, I plus plus. Cout, no, not cout. We have to write an if statement. If ar I is greater than second largest, and ar I does not equals largest, then okay, I am having some error here. Second, okay, we have not defined. Okay, cool. So if ar I is greater than second largest and ar I does not equals to largest, then we store then second largest equals ar I. Now as you can see here, we have not defined the largest variable. We haven't defined the largest variable because we haven't found the largest variable yet. So we will first define the largest variable right here. Largest. Yeah, cool. Now you could skip to my previous video in order for getting a detailed explanation on how to find the largest element in an array. But let's repeat it here. So what we do first of all is we assign the value of largest to the 0th index or the first element in the array, and then we initialize a for loop for I equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. If I is greater than largest, if I is greater than largest, then largest shall equal I. Yeah. So we are done with the program. Now, to be really honest, this statement and I does not equals largest is of utmost significance when we need to find the second largest element, and I will prove it to you how. First of all, let's generate the results. So see out the second, okay, the second largest element in your array is Endel. No, I'm sorry, second largest, and maybe an Endel here. Yeah, and for I equals to 0. Okay, so now it's the time to save our program. So we have saved our program and we run it. Please enter the number of elements in your array. Maybe 6. So it runs from 0 to 5. The index of the array runs from 0 to 5. So my first element would be 23, second will be 35, third would be 64, fourth would be, I'm really sorry what happened right here. Okay, fourth would be 23, and fifth would be 42, sixth would be 55. The second largest element in your array is 55. Now let's check the test cases. So okay, so 23, 35, 64, 23, 42 and 55. So the first largest is 64 and the second largest is 55. First largest is 64 and the second largest is 55. And yes, we got the answer correct. The second largest element in an array is 55. So now what we would do, we would experiment something with this program. We would just erase this part temporarily and save our program, and then we would run it again on the same test cases, and then we will see what are the results. So please enter the number of elements in your array. I would say 6. Add 0 is 23. On the first index is 35. Then you've got 64. Then you've got 23. Then you have got 42 and then 55 finally. So the second largest element in your array comes out to be 64. But logically this is wrong, because the first largest element is 64 and not the second largest. The second largest is 55. Now let me explain the significance of this. What happens is, when we don't compare the second largest element with the first largest element, what we end up doing is we end up printing the largest numeral instead of the second largest, and the computer gets confused. So yeah, I hope you've understood this program. Do comment your queries down below. I'd be more happy to help. And thanks for watching. Do like, share and subscribe.